What's up, plant lovers? We're back at it again. My name is Brad and welcome back to my channel. Today what I want to do is I want to do some maintenance on my pilea Peperomioides. So if you remember, a little while ago I recorded a video about some of the unique things that my pilea Peperomioides was doing. So I was getting some blooms, and that was really the first time that I ever got blooms on my pilea. But the thing is, blooms take up a lot of energy, and for the particular look that I'm going for my pilea, I just really want to give it a nice vertical growth. So with that being said, that means I'm going to have to do some changes with my pilea Peperomioides just to make sure that it continues on the type of growth that I want it to go. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to go about doing that, and some of the things that I'm going to do might be a little controversial, but let's just get into it. So here's the pilea in question. It's quite beautiful. Now, I do have some blooms that are starting to form again, and I also have some pups on my pilea as well. These are some things that I want to take care of so I can make sure that all of the energy that my pilea is trying to create is really focused on the vertical growth as opposed to trying to produce offshoots. Now, the thing with the pilea Peperomioides is that it is one of those plants that just wants to have offshoots. Really, no matter what you do, you're going to have pups coming from the bottom of the soil. You're going to have pups coming from your stem. And let me show you what I mean by that. So here is a prop of the pilea that I did last season, and already it's put on some decent amount of growth, and this is also blooming. So even from this one pup that I put in, I have 3 pups that have now started to form off of the main trunk. So that is okay, because for this particular pilea, I'm not really concerned about the vertical growth. I'm just going to let this thing go wild and just see what happens. Then I have these 2 additional pileas that are putting on a decent amount of growth. No pups yet, but I'm sure they're going to come. If you like videos like this and want to continue to see more videos about houseplant tips and tricks, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. It's totally free and would mean a lot. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. So this is going to be my workbench for today. And again, here's one of my pileas that has produced a decent amount of growth. This particular pilea in my pot here actually came as a pup off of this particular pilea, which is pretty cool. All right, so back to the main pilea. All right, so let's ignore this plant for a little bit. That's for another video that I'm doing. And let's ignore this as well. That's also for another video that I'm doing. Right now, I have this pilea, and it has all of these pups. So what I really want to do is, I really don't care about propping these anymore because I have a ton of props already. I'm just going to go ahead and just knock these off. Actually, let me adjust my camera and setup. Okay, much better. So like I said, this particular pilea has a lot of pups coming off of it, and I really want to, again, focus on this vertical growth here. So this main stem is really what I care about. I'm trying to grow this, hopefully double the size. So let me show you what the root system looks like in this pilea. See if it'll let me lift it up. All right, so in lifting up this pilea, let me actually put the pot back under. You'll see that I have these little pups that are trying to form off of the roots. So I'm just going to go ahead and just snap those off. And again, I'm going to do this right here as well, because I want that energy to be focused on the vertical growth and not on these offshoots. But as you can see, these offshoots have already developed a nice, healthy root system. So I actually might just go ahead and plant these. Have 2 here. And it's just, like I said, one of those things that the pilea just does regularly and easily. It props or produces pups very, very easily. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is I want to tackle all of these pups that are on the stem. Now these for sure I won't save because it's going to require either doing a water propagation or a soil propagation. So let's, oh, actually I found another little pup trying to form here. So I'm gonna take care of that. They're all around here. Okay, excellent. Now, just for tidiness, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and knock these off. Let's see. Now, what you can do, as opposed to knocking these off, is you could let them mature a little bit. And as they mature, it'll be a lot easier to do your water or soil propagation. And then let me show you what these pups are actually, how they start off. So these are pups. And these pups are going to eventually mature. So I'm going to try to knock these off as well, as much as possible. And in case you couldn't tell, these are the steps that I said would be controversial, and that a lot of people want to do their best to save these pups as opposed to just knocking them off because they see it as a waste. And if that's what you want to do, you know, that's great too. We all have different things that we're trying to accomplish with our plants as they grow. So just do what you think is best for your plant. Let me take care of this base too. Okay. Now I have lost some soil here when I took these pups out, so I'm gonna just do a little bit of backfilling. Try to get the stem to be nice and vertical as much as possible. Now it will most likely have some kind of lean to it, which is fine, because I think that gives it some unique character. Okay. Now, finally, what I want to do is I want to take care of some of these blooms that I have starting to form, because again, blooms use energy. So for this, I'm just going to simply take these bloom stalks and I'm just going to pull them off as close to the main trunk as possible. Okay. Excellent. Now, I'm sure you'll notice I have some leaves here that are kind of scorched, and that's because I didn't really acclimate when I put this pilea out, but it will be okay. The new growth looks absolutely beautiful, and the leaves are going to continue to get bigger as well. Now, let's put this pilea back where it's going to stay for the rest of the summer. This is where I keep my pilea for the summer, where it gets a lot of sun. It gets about 6 hours of sun per day, which I think is a good amount for the pilea. It could do more, it could do less, but for the type of growth that I'm trying to go for, I think that's the perfect amount. Now, let's go ahead and put these pups in some soil, even though I thought that I was gonna just toss these out. Figure, why not? Let's just go ahead and plant these up to see what happens. Even though I can most likely guess that what's gonna happen is the pups are gonna thrive and they're gonna produce more pups. And then I'm gonna have more offshoots, which is totally fine. Okay. All right, all done. The soil is already damp, so I'm not gonna really water it in. Perfect. So there you have it. That's what I've done with my pilea peperomioides, and I'm hoping that when doing this, it really is going to encourage that vertical growth that I'm looking for and minimize wasting energy on producing things like offshoots as well as blooms. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
What?